Okay. We should be good. Alright. Sound is good. So let's get started here. I was looking at this one more time to see if there's any new updates to the marketplace Astro has made on ElonOne. And it looks like an hour ago he made one. Okay. So let's get started with Bitcoin. Wait for a few people to join. Alright, so we're going to get started here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently at $48,200. And you did get rejected off that 382 fib, or almost got rejected. Wait, no, that's on the daily. Hold on, let me go to the smaller time frames. So no, I guess you have not touched a 382 fib. You're not even close. That 382 fib on Bitcoin on the daily time frame is at 51.1. So you're about $3,000 away. The high for today was 49.6. So Bitcoin did make a higher high. Actually, that's kind of like a double top there at 49.5. But I think Bitcoin looks pretty bullish right now. And I do think we're in an uptrend now. I would definitely say, though, if you want to be safe, you can't say we're in an uptrend until we get above this 0.382 fib, which is at 51,200 if you want to be safe. So that's kind of the next target for Bitcoin. Otherwise, 47K should be support. If you go below 47K, I would be worried again, at least short term, because that would not be bullish. You want to make a higher high above 47K. So you cannot lose 47K from what I can see on the charts right now on Bitcoin. And the next target is at the 382 up there at 51.1. Now, the ultimate target for Bitcoin on the daily time frame that you want to get above to be bullish on the daily time frame would be $59,400. If you get above that, then you can be bullish on the daily time frame. And then I think at that point, if you get above 59.4, then I think it's confirmed that it's about to make a new all-time high. So once you're above 59.4, close the daily candle above it, I would say that new all-time highs are about to happen on Bitcoin. And what you can't lose and still be bullish would be 47K. Because if you lose that, then you're back. Then 42K is back on the table. Short term, the next target to the upside would be $51,200. So that's Bitcoin. Let me go over to Jasmy. I did have a smaller. I did do the fibs on the smaller time frames just to see what was going on. I'm going to delete that though, and go to the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, you're still getting rejected at that 236 fib at 11.5. You wicked up to it the other day and you got rejected pretty hard off of it. The high on Jasmine was 11.7, and now you're at 8.7. And I would still think that there's more downside action, unfortunately, on Jasmine. If we go back to the wicks or to the fibs that I had before I just deleted them, it does look like you're trying to hold that local low at 8.6. If you fall below 8.6, your next target would be 8 cents, and then below that on Jasmine you look at 7.3, and then below that 6.5, and then below that 4 cents, which would be a lower low. And if that happens, then that would be extremely bad. So I don't think Jasmine falls that low. I think worst case scenario for Jasmine now is 8.6. Well, I shouldn't say that's worst case. I would say worst case scenario is actually 8 cents. If you lose 8 cents, it's probably going to go down to 6.5 again. But I do like Jasmine long term. Short term, not so much. What is the chimps doing on CRO, the NFTs? How's that doing? It's looking like the floor price is around 2,000, so that's kind of going up and down. I do think below I do think 1,500 as a floor price in CRO could happen on these NFTs, so I think there could still be more downside action on that. If we go over to ElonOne, let me refresh it. Go Steelers, yep. All right, so ElonOne is currently at 27.4. There was a buy of not 10 ETH. Was it? No, it was not 10. Yes, it was 10.92 ETH earlier today. And that wallet has been buying and selling, trying to day trade ElonOne. And a lot of people are saying he's losing money. I'm not sure. I haven't run the numbers or anything. But he just bought in 7 hours ago, about 10 ETH, 10.92 ETH to be exact. And a day and a half ago, he sold some ETH. 2.5 days ago, he sold some. 3 days ago, 2 times 3 days ago, he sold some. So he's been selling it for a while, and then he keeps buying back in on the dips. So I don't know if he's actually making money or not. But I am going to start tracking this wallet just to see what happens. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to be checking it every day just to see if he's when he sells it again. Because I guarantee he's going to be selling it in the next few days again if we have a big spike up. So it's just interesting to start tracking these wallets and see if they're making money, especially the ones that hold like 40, 50 grand of ElonOne. So That's a wallet I am going to start tracking just to see what's going on with that, because when someone buys 11 ETH, that's quite a bit. That's a lot more than most people have. And with that trade on that, it did it did make a bot buy and sell it, so there's some volume with that. It was only like 0.7 ETH the bot sold and bought. But with that trade, that one person with the bot may turn 0.68 ETH into 0.752 ETH, which is pretty good for 5 seconds of for a bot making a trade for you. So, but yeah, beyond that trade, there's nothing new that has happened on ElonOne today. Just beyond that pretty good sized green candle. So that did make the price go up like 17% or close to that. But the volume is still below 100,000. Saja is going back down again. I was going to sell the other day at 60, never did. And now it's back at 45. I don't think you go below 40 because you are, I mean, we'll see if this trend line gets broken. But I don't think you can lose 40 here on Saja. Otherwise, if it's going much lower. So you can't lose 40 in my opinion on Saja. But if you guys want to look at any other coins, let me know. I went through my coins I was going to talk about. I would not be surprised on Bitcoin if you go back down to 47K and then get the bounce, but I would like to see a higher low above that, but we'll see. I think worst case scenario is 40K. So, someone wants to look at Chainlink. Daily time frame, Chainlink. I haven't looked at this in a long time, so be interesting to see what's going on. You're trying to break that resistance at 20 bucks. If you do, $25 would be next. From the top, at least the recent top. Hold on. I'm actually going to go to the 3-day chart and do it from there. So if you do it all the way from up here at $52 where the peak was, and then all the way to the recent low, which was down here around $13, $14 on the daily time or on the 3-day time frame without using the wicks, you're not bullish on the 3-day time frame until you're above $37 or the daily time frame. And the next target would be the 236 fib up here at $23. If you're above that, I do think the low is probably in way down here at $13 or whatever. Yeah, 13.26. I think that would be the low. So the next target would be that $23 to be to make it easy. Then you have resistance at $25. Then you have the 0.382 fib at $28.50. And then you have some more fibs. And the 618 ultimate target, though, is $38. If you're above $38, I think the low is confirmed at 13. I know that's a ways away, but that's when you can be bullish on the daily time frame. But I would say if you're above the 236, then above $23, then I would say the low is definitely confirmed at 12 or whatever the low was. And then I would say it's also a good time to get in. So Chainlink looks okay. I would say if you stay about 20 bucks, then it's definitely going to be the bottom is confirmed. Also, the MACD is looking good. Let me go to the daily time frame. MACD is actually bullish right now, so I think the low is definitely in at $13. So it's not a horrible time to get in, but you are kind of right at resistance at 20 bucks, so just be wary. If you do get in now, it might be a good time though, because you could put a stop at like 1950 and it'd be a pretty safe trade. Not financial advice, but this might not be a bad trade setup right here as long as you have a tight stop loss. So that's Chainlink. Actually looks pretty good. Algo. Algo hasn't done much since we looked at last, has it? Well, you're right at support at $1.36. If you go any lower, you're going to lose that, and your next stop would be the 0.76 fib at $1.09. So that would be a pretty good size drop if you don't hold that. You're also at the 618 right here at $1.34. No. Yeah. $1.34, $1.35. So if you go any lower than where you are now, because you have a fib there and you have support there, you're going to probably go down to another $1.09, $1.10 on Algo. So Algo right now is on life support. If you go any lower, it's going to probably have a pretty good size drop. But this could also be the bottom. But this bounce right here does not look very strong at all. So we'll see what happens. You cannot go below $1.35 and still be bullish. I know you had a wick already down to $1.26. I would be inclined to say the low is probably not in unless Bitcoin starts rallying here. Algo doesn't look nearly as good as Chainlink does right now to buy in. I mean, you are at support, but it looks like whereas Chainlink is trying to break it, the resistance and turn it to support, this is about to fall below the support line, I do think. But we'll see what happens on Algo. I just would think right now $1.10 could honestly be on the table. It doesn't look very bullish short term. So with that being said, that's kind of all I got. If you guys have anything else you want me to look at, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to end the YouTube stream because I've talked about everything I want to talk about there. I'll keep TikTok open for a while longer.